108-100 in overtime. OCU gets a win over Southwestern Christian today, and here with Coach Mark Berokoff. And, boy, Coach, just another one with a lot of big shots hit, and your team comes out on top again.
Yeah, overtime seems to be like the thing. I mean, it seems like every time we're playing, we're either going in overtime or it's coming down to a last possession. But, man, we withstood a very hot team coming in, shooting the ball, and we're able to somehow get it into overtime, and we came through. Hit some big shots.
Their style of play is something you don't see very often. They run up and down the floor faster than anybody in the conference. They'll run, 11, 12 guys into the game, shovel them out here and there. And so what's the specific challenge of playing a team like this that is going to play as fast as they do?
Yeah, you've got to work on transition, and they do make it difficult. They do really push the tempo, and then they've gone to this NBA style of trying to find a matchup and post people up and work off of that. So that makes it even more difficult. But Coach does a good job over there, and we were able to withstand some of that pressure that they put on and run our stuff and get some good shots in there.
Early on, and really throughout most of the game, Ryan Burt was brilliant today. He finished with 22 points, but he was the one that got things going offensively for you guys. What did you think about his play?
I mean, he's been pretty steady all year. I mean, I think he was 8 for 11 today, and especially on a senior night or senior day. He hit big shots. He had 16, I believe, at halftime, and kind of kept us in there when they made that big run. We got down. He hit some big shot after big shot, and he's been like that all year. He's been really steady. He's playing like a senior should, and I'm proud of him.
After these two games, if Romario Spence is not the player of the week in the conference and maybe nationally, something might be wrong. He's been absolutely dominant today. Finished with 23 and 16. He had 31 and 14 on Thursday. It seems like he's gotten better every game, and that seems like it's impossible to do as well as he's played in the second semester.
He has really stepped up to be one of the best players in this conference. It's fun to watch because, I didn't start him at the beginning of the year, and he kind of just hung in there and battled in practice and worked his way in. And ever since then, we've kind of just taken off in terms of his scoring, and he rebounds the ball, and he's a presence in there. I'm just proud of him. He's had a great year and a great week. I mean, he's shooting the ball well. He's a tough matchup, and I love the kid.
Staying with your seniors, Erica Mondio, big minutes today, and down the stretch in regulation and in overtime, you knew that they were going to be fouling. And Eric struggles at the foul line, but you kept him in there, and he paid that off, and he made big plays on defense and knocked down his foul shots as well. So what can you say about Eric's play today?
Eric, I said in the locker room, now a lot of our guys get in the gym and work. I mean, we have one of those teams that likes to get in and shoot and get in there. But I've kind of noticed Eric has been really working. And he's noticed he's been playing a lot more lately because he really plays well defensively. But I've seen him in the gym working on his shot and really doing the right thing. And I just had a weird feeling that he was going to make those shots. I mean, his free throw percentage is low, but 6 for 8 from the free throw line in big moments. And I told him in the locker room, that's a kid that battled, doesn't play much, started at the beginning of the year, but has been a great teammate, culture guy, and those are the type of kids when you need them to step up in a big moment. He did today, and that tells you that he is totally bought in, and I'm so proud of him. So proud of him the way he played at the end.
Stick with the seniors. Let's hear a little bit about Ellie Gomesy, another guy that hasn't gotten many minutes this year, but he'll step up and contribute when you need him to.
Yeah, Ellie's great in practice, great teammate. Probably not going the way he wanted it to this year, but he has stayed the course, stayed humble, stayed with the team. Great teammate. And he's a guy, at Langston he came in and was great at Langston. He's a good guy to back up Romario. It's just hard with Romario being one of the best players in the conference. That's just tough. But Ellie's great. He's been a great program kid for 3 years here.
And we talked all year about Rashaan Coleman, best player on the floor, usually at the guard position for you guys, and he comes through again today. Not a huge point total. He finished with 14, but he had 3 rebounds and how about 7 assists as well for Sean today.
Yeah, Sean, again, like Bert, he's been steady. And when Sean, it's hard because we always try to get him a rest, and it's hard to take him out. He plays so many minutes for a little guy, and he gets banged around so much. But he rebounds the ball well. He's a great passer, and you just feel really safe with him with the ball in his hands and controlling it and setting up the offense. And he might not see it tonight, maybe from a fan's perspective, but he was in complete control of this game today in terms of what we were doing. And that's very comforting as a head coach to have somebody like that.
After the last 3 games, you guys had been playing so well in the second semester and then that 3-game losing streak coming into today. What was the message to the team, and how do you feel like they have responded after those 3 losses?
stay the course. I mean, nothing changes with what we're doing. We're still doing what we're supposed to do. We just played against some teams that had some big shots against us the last couple games, teams that got real hot against us. But we're not going to change what we're doing. We're still preaching the same thing. We got our 13th conference win. We're in that top 4 where you want to be for hopefully to get a bye.
Yep.
But no, we didn't change anything. There was no panic. We just stay the course, keep the culture going.
Last home game, but you got 2 more regular season games. Tough ones at Texas Wesleyan and then at Science and Arts to close the regular season. So look forward to your next week a little bit for us. What's the schedule look like, and what do you expect from those 2?
Wow, 2 perennial, very good teams in this conference that are really good. Going to Texas Wesleyan is not going to be easy. They're going to be back at full strength. We played that 7-on-7 game here, so we got to go on the road there. And then you go to USAO, who's one of the top teams in the country and is a veteran team with really good players. And they're 2 road games, and we haven't been great on the road, so we've got to figure it out. And we're going to go like we always do, and we're going to play really hard, and we're going to see what happens.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. 108-100, the final score in overtime.